Hey guys, Sarge here. What I want to come talk to you guys about today is the Bradford Tactical magazine carrier. And I have a little bit of a story to go along with this. So the idea for this series, guys, I am going over different courses, different instructors, gear lists for their courses. Okay, instructors I've went and trained with, ones who have a specific set of gear that they want people to bring with them. And we're going to go over some of those things and some of the importance that I found in those things after taking the course. Specifically for this one, we're going to be talking about tactical responses, fighting pistol gear list, and then more in detail, we're going to be talking about the Bradford Tactical magazine carrier. So with that being said, prior to taking the tactical response class, I had magazine carriers and I never really just found an everyday use for them. It just never was something that really stuck out to me. So for me, my carry setup prior to that was just my pistol on me, a knife, a flashlight, a magazine, and a tourniquet, right? Sometimes I would even carry a second gun, being a J-frame airweight or something to that effect. My spare magazine was inside of a pocket, and I never had an issue loading my gun or anything to that effect with a magazine coming out of the pocket. It wasn't like it added 5 seconds to my reload time or whatever it was. So I never really saw an importance of having a magazine carrier. Well, I went and took the fighting pistol course, and one of the key things that kind of stuck out to me the most, especially with my time from being in the military, from using a lot of gear, going and shooting a whole lot, when you forget the ease of the gear that you're using, it shows you how good it is. Okay, and what do I mean? When you have a really good, let's say, optic, in the process of shooting, in the process of doing drills or whatever it is, you forget, like, it's how good that optic is that's really affecting how good you are currently in that situation. Okay? When you are carrying a gun for, let's say, 6 months or 5 months or whatever it is on a deployment, 6 to 9 months on deployment, and you forget how great that rifle that you're using is because of how much of low overall maintenance you're really giving it, and it continues to work and work and work. You kind of forget some of those things, right? We kind of get a little selfish in that sense, and we don't really look at how great some of that gear could be. I would say that the Bradford Tactical magazine carrier falls into that group. While taking the tactical response course, it just made everything so much easier, especially when we looked at shooting off the ground, doing different movements, things of that effect. Having my magazines in a retention device made way more sense than keeping them inside of a pocket. I mean, it just did. It made way more sense.
Heels up to your ass. There you go. Good call.
And honestly, using this, I thought, well, my big reason for never wanting to carry one is, well, I don't want to, it's going to take up too much time, or it's going to take up too much space. It's going to be annoying. I'm going to feel it. It's going to bother me, yada, yada, yada. None of that. Okay. This Bradford Tactical magazine carrier perfectly conforms to your body. They blend the kydex, so there's no sharp edges or anything to that. Okay. One thing I will say too, in speaking of them, their retention device pretty much is like a kydex holster. Okay, it's set up right here. I have seen some holster companies who make these magazine carriers, and I don't know what kind of Chinese parts they make, but there's a reason why they're $15, $20, whatever. They just fall apart. And I understand, hey, you should absolutely Loctite your stuff, but the mechanism I have for one of the magazine carriers from another company is complete trash. Okay, and it is not worth it even if somebody gave it to you for free. So that is not the case with the Bradford Tactical magazine carrier. This thing was top notch, had zero issues with it in the class, and I just can't speak highly enough for it. What I will tell you is, even after the class, I enjoyed it so much that this is now a part of my everyday carry. Being able to take a course with this, such as fighting pistol, taking a course with this, seeing how much of a difference it made, showing that, hey, this is an extremely comfortable way to, one, keep 2 extra magazines on me. 1, 2, having them in a retention device to where if I am in close contact with a situation or whatever it is, I don't have to worry about where my magazine is. Okay, I don't have to worry about digging in a pocket. I don't have to worry about that because it's just as held in retention as my pistol is. All right, so things to think about there. On a third note, guys, Super Dave Harrington has a YouTube channel, and I've watched a lot of Super Dave Harrington stuff from like the past 8 years ago or whatever it is, and he is a huge wealth of knowledge. Every time he talks, I take out a notebook and just write stuff down. He's a huge wealth of knowledge. He has a YouTube channel out. I just found it the other day, and it is phenomenal. So I highly recommend you guys go check out Super Dave Harrington. I believe his YouTube name is S. Dave Harrington. He's great. Guys, go check him out. He did a very, very cool series on the importance of having magazine carriers and showing different reloads and things of that effect. And it just blew my mind again, where it's like, man, that's 100% right. Like, how did I not ever think of that? Because it was such a simple task at like an expert level, you know what I mean? So it was very, very cool to see that, his thought process. So guys, go check that out. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and let me know what you guys think about magazine carriers. Have you guys carried them before? What are some pros and cons you guys have? Also, guys, please check the description. I have a cool discount code on a lot of gear from Bradford Tactical, so please go check that out, guys. It is in the description. Also, drop it down in the comments. And stay tuned, guys, because I have another series coming out for my battle belt here from Sub-Second Battle Belts. Here's my Active Carry Technologies IFAC. So stay tuned, guys. Let me know what you guys think about this kind of gear list video. As always, guys, Sarge out.